Welcome back. There's an old investing adage, buy what you know, and that's leading people to a new asset in online investing. It's whiskey. The Distilled Barrels Financial Exchange uses AI to price whiskey casks and allows for purchase, ownership, and sale of barrels all online. Here to discuss it is Todd Sanders, Chairman and CEO of Spirits Capital and the creator of the Distilled Barrels Financial Exchange. Welcome, Todd. Good to have you with us.
Thank you. Appreciate being here.
What exactly is traded on this exchange? Is it deeds that represent ownership of a barrel of whiskey? Is it the physical commodity itself? What?
It's the physical commodity. It's the barrels themselves.
It's the barrels themselves. And are you buying them today? I mean, are you buying whiskey that is put in the barrels today for sale in 10 years after it's been aged? Or what are you buying, and what is the speculation that you're investing in?
Well, this is a digital global marketplace it's connecting industry participants from distilleries to brands to brokers to investment funds, and allows them to buy and sell for their inventory needs on one centralized exchange.
So give me an example of how a trade would work here. If I were an individual who wanted to invest and I wanted to invest in 500 barrels of Maker's Mark, is that what I would be doing with you, or what?
Well, this is not for the direct individual investor. Mm-hmm. This is for large traded barrels. This is for a distillery that's looking to sell 5,000 barrels, 10,000 barrels, or a brand that's looking to buy that. Or investing in whiskey has become very popular with institutional funds, and it'll allow them to either purchase more or to look if they're looking to liquidate from their investment.
Why would an investor want to invest in whiskey as sort of an alternative investment versus, say, wine or art or handbags?
Well, whiskey is an unbelievable asset class, and its historical pricing has shown, its historical results have shown that it beats the S&P 500. It beats wine. It's in the last few years, it's been the number one producing luxury asset class.
Is it tied to consumption, Todd? We had a guest on last week, and we were talking about sort of the decline of many generations drinking alcohol. Does that factor into the price?
Well, when you look at the historical pricing, because the asset just seems to return year over year on a positive note, of course, things like consumption will come into play. But overall, the asset class is very solid.
So am I buying? I'm trying to wrap my head around what I'm buying. If I'm a distiller, who am I buying from? Another distiller, or am I a merchant? I'm not understanding. I'm sorry.
So if you're a distillery and you're producing tens of thousands of barrels per year, mm-hmm. you're always looking for other avenues where you can sell off your inventory. Mm-hmm. At the same time, a smaller distillery may have a larger brand that they need to fulfill an order to, and they have to go out into the market sometimes to buy a particular mash bill in order to satisfy those needs.
All right. Todd, thank you very much for enlightening us, and continued good fortune. Todd
Thank you very much.
Spirits Capital. We appreciate it.
Coming up, a legal battle brewing between Bolero and a former employee. The stock is lower for the year. We've got those details next.
Crypto Watch is sponsored